Okay guys, it is time for a new update here on the Bitcoin price. As you know, I was traveling the last 7 days, but now I am finally back here in my main setup, as you can see. And the question that everybody is asking right now, what is the next trade setup? Because after this massive move that I sadly missed because of the traveling, we now have exact price levels in the chart that we can keep an eye on to know what the next price move will be and what we should do with our trades. Because as you know, I was in a $3 million short position, but in general, you know that since months we are already opening swing long positions sub $20,000. And now, guys, is it even time to short the market still, or was this officially now the end of the bear market and we should definitely focus on just longing the market once again with scaling up our existing swing trades, opening new ones, and potentially even using the imminent pumps in the bull markets to open higher leverage long scalp positions? Let's talk about that. But first of all, if you are wondering what happened to my short trade, as you know, in the last video we took $230,000 out of that trade. The stop loss was in a profit. So after we saw this massive run now in the last couple of days, after actually breaking out bullish of a bearish continuation pattern, this rising wedge here, that's also the reason why I didn't take any additional profits off that trade. We saw the trade getting closed with a stop loss in a profit, so we took around $230,000. For sure the trade was in a profit of $500,000 already. If our other take profit targets would have been hit, we would have made like $800,000 on that trade. But still, $200,000, $230,000 in profit is, I think, a very successful short hedge trade. So now let's talk about what is about to happen next and what price levels we now need to keep an eye on. First of all, the most important thing is that if we close this weekly candle above the $25,200 to $25,300 level, I will scale up my swing long positions again. But more importantly, if we are closing above the $25,200 to $25,300 level, we can actually expect that our next resistance level is going to be reached, and this level is actually our long-term 11-year support and resistance at the $33,000 level at the moment. So depending on how many weeks we take to go up there, it will be in the mid-range of the $30,000 level, actually our next price target. And this is, I think, a very amazing sign. Reaching the $33,000, $35,000 levels will be insanely important, just also because we know how it is. People will start talking about Bitcoin more and more again. We are seeing that with this recent pump already, which is, by the way, at the same time a perfect bounce of our downward sloping weekly support and resistance here of our big falling wedge or bump and run reversal. We will talk about that in a second. But on top of that, guys, the other reason that actually we took profits, as you remember, these $230,000, why did we take them out before reaching our original price targets? Just because also this M pattern had already reached its price target perfectly, right? The M pattern reached its price target perfectly, and this price target was exactly the weekly support and resistance. And this is why we are seeing such a rapid bounce at the moment. What is remaining now? As said, we need to close the weekly candle above the $25,200 to $25,300 level. And the only support we have there is the one of this upward sloping support and resistance. That is a very strong support and resistance. As you can see, it has a huge amount of touch points in the past, but also now in recent days, it has a huge amount of touch points. Even here shown with this massive wick to the upside, how relevant this support and resistance is. So the only case where I would become bearish once again, where I would not scale up my swing long positions on Monday, is if somehow the bears manage to sell off the price during the tomorrow's day below the $25,200 to $25,300 level. The likelihood of this happening is very low. That's why anyways, we are right now looking out for, first of all, scaling up our swing long positions, but especially for the next important resistance. Because, yes, we have in the charts right now a perfect bump and run reversal happening. We have the lead-in phase, we have the bump phase, we have two touch points, even exactly as in this example now, although it's not really relevant, but we have the throwback to the trend line and we have a massive pump to the upside. And normally we reach actually new highs from previously from the lead-in phase. So this would actually mean new all-time highs for Bitcoin if this is really here now a successful bump and run reversal bottom. And this is why, guys, we have so many bullish options in the charts right now. The next really important resistance is at the $33,000 level, so I'm not going to open any short hedge positions now. If the weekly candle is getting sold off below, yes, if we're closing the weekly candle below here, I will open a new short hedge position for sure. Because then the likelihood of us again correcting down to the support, and this time even lower, since it is a downward sloping support, right, it will be at a lower price if we take now a couple of weeks to go there again, then we will reach the $18,000 levels and stuff, and then I want to be prepared as the last time with a short hedge trade. But for now, this is relatively unlikely. So let's be prepared to potentially scale up our swing long positions on Monday already once this weekly candle closes. But more interestingly enough, I think we saw this massive volatility also because of all the stuff that was going on with the Silicon Valley Bank. A few other banks got under heavy pressure. I mean, it's definitely no banks that have a massive impact. Even if they would have collapsed completely, they wouldn't have had a massive impact on the general economy of the USA or the stock market or anything like that. These banks were just way too small and not really relevant for the stock market. But in general, there were collateral, even crypto projects that had, for example, money with the Silicon Valley Bank that would have been collateral damage once again. And this is why also we saw that final dump to the downside, because there was just a panic that potentially these banks are now not getting a bailout because there was such a high inflation anyways already, and so on and so on. So there shouldn't be more money printing. But anyways, these banks are getting a bailout, right? And this also then pumped the price crazily. The cryptocurrency markets reacted very bullish on that, because it was clear that there won't be any collateral damage in the cryptocurrency space. It was clear that more inflation is there to come, and the trust in the banking system got hit heavily once again. We can also see that with the crypto app downloads at the moment. I mean, after that happened, crypto exchange wallets, and I mean, they lost trust through FTX a lot as well, right? But we can really see that since that we saw a massive spike in adoption for crypto exchanges and crypto wallet apps, just because people are realizing once again that their money in the bank is not as safe if in case anything happens, compared to when you are just really holding your money yourself on your ledger. Then nobody can take it from you. And this is again now with the Silicon Valley Bank and the other banks that pretty much collapsed but are now getting saved anyways. I mean, it was just proof once again that the best way of holding your wealth is in self-custody and making sure that you are the one controlling the funds, right? And this is, I think, why also we saw this big pump here, not only because there is bullish sentiment in the market once again, but also we had these outside factors playing into this pump that we are seeing right now. So let's hope that Bitcoin is able to hold these very important price levels now and is not falling below the $25,200 to $300 level on the weekly time frame. If this should happen, I mean, I will for sure upload another video. Thank you for everyone that is subscribed, has the bell active. You won't miss out on that video anyways. I will most likely upload it tomorrow. In the case that there is some volatile move coming again and we are reaching these most important resistances and supports. But keep in mind, guys, for me, I don't have a short hedge position open right now or anything like that. We are just remaining now in our swing long positions that we have been opening below the $20,000 level since quite some time now. As you know, I'm saying since months now already that everything below the $20,000 level is a good buy, in my opinion, is a good chance to open low leveraged 3x 4x long positions. And I mean, the prediction that the bottom is between the $16,000 and the $14,000 level, I mean, this prediction I've been also making since months and months. So I think everyone here in this community played the bear market very well anyways, and that's why I am as well not really worried about me missing now this pump here and not being in additional long positions or anything like that. This will happen all the time. You just have to make sure that you don't have the feeling that you're missing out on anything, because there's new trade setups coming anyways once again, and accumulating for the HODL portfolio. I mean, this is what we have been doing all the time, and especially the $230,000 I took out of this trade, right, out of this short position. That's the amazing thing with hedge short positions. The price falls, you make money while the price is going down, and then at the lower price you are getting this money, right, and most likely as I did as well, you put it in Ethereum or Bitcoin, since you want to grow your HODL portfolio. That's why we are trading, right, in the first place. And then if the price moves up, I mean, you don't really feel bad about it because you have pretty much a new $230,000 long trade. It's just a spot position in your Ledger wallet and in your HODL portfolio. So that's why, as said, I'm not really feeling bad about missing the move. If any one of you guys missed this move as well, don't feel bad about it. Don't FOMO into the market. Don't try to hunt moves like this. It can be very dangerous, since volatility, especially at these prices right now, will still remain relatively high the next couple of days, or especially till the upcoming weekly close. So let's just keep these price levels. Let's just keep an eye on these price levels. As said, I mean, I would love to see this bullish weekly candle close, so that we can expect Bitcoin to finally break the $30,000 level again. And yeah, then we are going to see us in the next video. And yeah, I mean, I would be so excited if we can reach the $33,000, $34,000 level, depending on how long we take to reach it. And just to find out if we are getting another correction and rejection in here, or if we are actually breaking to the upside once again. Because if we are breaking to the upside once again, I mean, in the past, this also has always been, if we were not able to just bounce, most of the time we are just bouncing off this 11-year support and resistance, but in the rare cases where we fall below, like here or during the Corona dump, and now for the first time for a little bit of a longer period in the bear market, I mean, we then really are in the next bull run. And this will mean that we will not open short hedge positions at all almost anymore, but we will mostly only open long scalp positions and scale up our swing longs along the way, and take profit along the way then, as soon as we are getting into the direction of the all-time high, and then also later hopefully new all-time highs. But for now, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. I mean, one thing we can also keep in mind here, I'm not quite sure where it is. It should be this one, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, this is the 200 weekly moving average, and we can see as well, this weekly moving average is exactly at the $25,200 to $25,300 level. So we want to break above the 200 weekly moving average, especially as well. So because we haven't fallen below that in any bear market so far as well, only with big wicks. It's the first time that we significantly spend time below that moving average. So it's just very, very important that within the next 36 hours, we don't see an aggressive sell-off. But if that occurs, I will update you, and I will also let you know exactly how we are then going to play this sell-off, if I'm opening a short hedge position, or if it's just a bounce off support and we should be prepared to open a new long. I will update you in the next video. Thank you for watching now. Just a small update here today after all my travels and after this crazy move. But you know now what price levels I'm keeping an eye on anyways, and in my next video I will tell you exactly what the next trade setup that I'm going to play is going to be as well. So just stay up to date, subscribe to the channel, have the bell active, leave a comment down below, thumbs up, I appreciate that a lot, and we are going to see us in the next video. Thank you for watching, bye.